In today's full flight video, we're going to be flying a member requested flight from Keflavik to Orlando in the Icelandair 737 MAX 8. Oh, hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new AviationJack video. Hope you're doing super well. We're back in the 737 MAX. It's been a little bit of a while since we've been in this aircraft, but we're doing a member requested flight today. It's a very interesting flight for the MAX. I've never done a mid-long haul in the MAX before, but we're going from Iceland here in Keflavik. I'm going to fly to Orlando. When I saw this member flight request, I was like, this is going to be a fun one. I've already got sim brief warnings in terms of weight and range. It is a real life route that Icelandair do fly in the MAX 8, so hopefully the aircraft does make it the whole entire way. Let me show you all the flight plan for today. We are on VATSIM, and as you can see, this flight exceeds aircraft range. We'll see what happens. We are Icelandair 689 today from Keflavik to Orlando. We have a flight time of 8 hours on the dot. Cruising flight level 340, but we do step climb up to 380 along the way. And then we have a, where's the passengers? 163 passengers, as you can see, and we take pretty much a full complete weight today. Departing Keflavik, runway 10 on the Rudder for Bravo, and at the moment arriving into Orlando on 35 right on the Bitho 7 arrival. So that is the flight plan for the day. Let's head into the flight deck and get this 737 MAX loaded. Well, here we are in the flight deck of the MAX. Let's head up to the overhead panel, and we're going to switch on the battery power and switch on the ground power. IRSs need to be switched to nav like so, and then we'll go left to right, deal with it that way. Ground power, cabin utility, IFE passes on, emergency exit lights to arm, seatbelt signs on as well. Window heats can all be switched on. That looks good there. Packs to off. We'll set this to 380 as that will be our final step climb. And position light set to steady. Coming down here, we're going to switch to Unicom 122.8. And then squawk, we're going to set that to 2000. Like that. Perfect. It's looking good. Switch that to that for now. Heading down to the FMC, we'll go to the FMC page, position in it, and we're going to set in Bravo India Kilo Foxtrot. And before we carry on, we'll go to GSX and request boarding. Yes. Now let's head over here, and we're going to do our performance and payload tablet. So let's go to the weight and balance page. Passengers, it says that we're taking 163. So we're going to set 163 in here. We'll leave the cargo for now, and we'll start doing the fuel. So heading down to the OFP and the fuel part here. So total amount of fuel 21731. 21731. So our max is 20727. So we're going to pop in the max. As you can see, we're already over our limit. So let's remove some passengers.
Bypass pin inserted.
Max takeoff weight is the green line. There we go. Cargo and fuel, there we go. So taxi out fuel is going to be 143, and then the trip fuel 18074. There we go. Set payload, set fuel, and complete, and that's everything done there. So now we can continue planning the FMC. Then we're going to pop this into here, route in there, destination. We'll do a flight plan request. Actually, I probably got to put in the destination though, haven't I? Forgot about that. Let that load itself in. Now the question is the doors opened up? Yes, they have. Jetway doesn't want to seem to be getting too close to us, which is interesting. Load in the route. There we go. Uplink is ready. And that is correct. Activate and execute. We'll go to departure. Runway 10, and I've forgotten it already. It was the Rallo 4 Bravo, wasn't it? Yeah, Rallo 4 Bravo. Execute that one. Go back to the init ref page then, and cost index here says 12, and we have a cost index showing 12. Good. Reserves 1. 0 fuel weight in there. Cruising altitude 34. And we'll go to the N1 limit page and we'll start to fill in this. So condition here is actually dry, which is quite cool. We'll copy the FMC data. Take off. Oh, actually, no, we need to do the QNH because that is incorrect. The QNH is 1021. There we go. And now copy FMC data. That changes that. Flap config 5. Aircon will be off. Anti-ice on. Calculates 137, so we've got set temperature of 49, so we're going to select that in there, and it's going to be a takeoff at 85.3, which is pretty much that, ready to go. Flaps 5, pop that in there. V speeds are 137, 138, so it's going to do a bit of configuring here, and then 150 on the V2. Trim 6.21, which has already been set. Great, so that is the FMC planned. Everything there is completely filled in, which is good. So now we can set up the MCP. Flight director left and right. So we're going to set this all the way up to 3.4. Scroll wheel does take a while to use on this one. There we go, 340. LNAV, VNAV, set this to the max bank, and we're going to want heading of 100. There we go, and then V speed, set this to 150, as is our V2 speed. Cool. And then over here, I would like data, traffic, and that's all I need for now. And then overhead panel still looking good. We won't set the APU up until we are ready to push, because obviously fuel, we want to save as much as possible. I mean, maybe we'll do a single engine taxi, but I don't think it's a very long taxi out of here. Where are we? We're here. Yeah, it's not too bad of a taxi. We can kind of whiz that down a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I will catch you all once boarding has completed. Right, boarding has just completed and the pushback tug is coming onto the aircraft. As you can see and hear, the APU is starting up nicely. The second that APU starts up, we'll dismiss the GPUs. If we go to the system sim page, ground support, I'll leave it up there so I can handle it. Anti-collision light can come on as well. There we go, APU generators on, and then the electric disconnects, and we're going to want nose left, tail right.
Parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing push.
APU bleed on.
All engines clear. Start at
And we'll
will.
start up engine 2. There we go, engine 2 starting up nicely. I still can't believe I'm going to do a long haul in the Max, like all the way from Iceland to Orlando. It's crazy. Come on, engines. No, do they not want a motor? Maybe because it's cold. There we go. I love how she's literally walking in the tug. Right, let's start up engine 1. Ground.
Please set
Parking brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine
GSX
start.
confirm.
Ground. We have a good engine start.
Oh, I think they
You
just
can
motored
disconnect.
really early.
Unlocking gear.
That's why I wasn't doing anything. It was me being stupid. Oh, I didn't push that in. Oops. Clearly messed up my click spots there. He's not even looking at the aircraft, he's looking at whatever's going on over there. Not much. But honestly, how beautiful is Iceland though? Look at this, I mean, it's stunning. Oh, hello. That's interesting. Must have a dodgy livery there.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Thank you.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Good, so engine 1 engine 2 have both started and they're just stabilising. So we're going to switch this to both continuous, yaw damper, Gen 1, Gen 2, APU off. Pro Peats can now come on, electrics, wing and engine anti-ice on as well, APU bleed off, packs will be off as well, isolation valve to auto, and we're going to set flaps 5. So 1, 2 and 5. Flight control check, 4 left, check, 4 right. Where's our, there we go, full up, full down, full rudder left, full rudder right. Okay, cool guys, we are ready to go. We're going to pop on our taxi lights and runway turner flights, release the parking brakes, bit of thrust, and taxi to runway 10. Well, nearly at runway 10, so landing lights can come on and also our strobe lights, and we're going to line up and get out of here. Out of Keflavik in the actually, to be fair, -3 isn't too bad. Is that really what the temperature is in Keflavik right now? Oh, -4. Okay, I actually expected it to be a lot worse. Or a lot cooler, should I say. Right, down here, TARA. Weather radar is all looking good. We'll pop that one on as well. And let's swing it to the left. Auto thrust armed. We're going to go 40%. Stable. Toga. Thrust set. 80 knots.
V1.
Rotates. Positive climb rate, gear up. That was quite a quick rotation actually. See how heavy we are. Bye bye Iceland. Pretty. Right, Command A. Oh. Command A. LNAV and VNAV activated. Flaps 1. And now we're going to switch on the packs. Let everyone breathe again. Flaps up. Oh, I didn't start the clock. Oh no, it does. I forgot the max does the clock on its own, the elapsed time. I mean, look how pretty this looks, everyone. Look at the... I'm going to say sunrise. I mean, it is like 2 PM here, but... so lovely. Look at that. Well, release the crew. They can start up their service, and we're going to press standard on the pressure here. And we're going to put our big screen on. There you go, I love the big screen. And now we're going to leave Iceland. Keflavik should just be literally left of us here. Yeah, there it is. All the way to Orlando. I do wonder what the weather's going to be like in Orlando, because it's always 50-50 there, isn't it? Right, landing lights off. Taxi lights and all that jazz off as well. And there we go, everyone. I will catch you all closer to Orlando. A little status update very shortly. And I'll see you all in a bit. See you soon. Bye-bye. Welcome back to the flight deck, everyone. So we've been in the air now for 6 hours and 52 minutes, and we have approximately 1 hour 5 minutes left of the flight. So we're going to start planning for the arrival into Orlando. Like I said earlier on, the runway had switched from 35 to 17 left, so that's our new arrival, which actually does cut off some of the flight time. It's a much more direct route into the airport. So on the BITHO 7 arrival via the Oscar Mike November transition, ILS 17 left, and then we're transitioning into the final for the approach, so via BITHO to CEDU. Right, let's now head to the FMC and start planning this into here. So arrival, ILS 17 left, BITHO 7 via... oh, that was it, wasn't it? It's just via nothing, that's everything. Execute. Legs, and then pop Cocas into, oh no, incorrect, put CEDU into here. That's that discontinuity sorted out. 124, that's a low VREF, plus 5, 110.95, so 110.95 is ready, and then the course will be 185, so we'll set that up here. There we go. 185, and we'll reduce the altitude slightly probably down to about 10,000 feet initially. Great. Okay, and then for the progress then, so we have top of descent at 6:51, which is currently, time now is 6:05, so yeah, we've got about 50 minutes until top of descent, and I'll catch you all closer to Orlando. See you in a bit. Hello there and welcome back to the flight deck. So we're just passing nearly 8,000 feet. We have our QNH set to 3002. ILS frequency is also set to 110.95 and the speed is currently indicated at 243, but it's set to 239. Auto brake is set to 2 for arrival, and I've chosen, well, basically at Orlando there is a new Terminal C which is down here. However, ASOBO hasn't included this in the scenery, so we're going to be parking up here on airside 4, stand 76. So we're going to be landing 17 left, which is this runway. Ideally vacate at Foxtrot, so actually we'll do auto brake 1. Yeah, so vacate at Foxtrot, and then we'll take a right hand turn onto Golf, and then left into Hotel 2. On to stand 76. That's the plan for after we arrive. So I'm going to leave this here so I can have a bit of a map thing. There we go. Move that to the side. Also going to start the flight recorder so we can get a nice flight replay. Been in the air now for, call it 8 hours. Flight time should have been 8 hours, but the winds were very strong headwind we had, so it definitely slowed us down quite a bit. Right, let's now get our speed down to roughly 210. And I think we'll also set the speed brake out, help us out here, because we are very, very close to the runway indeed. So the ILS frequency is all set in like I said, which is good. 122 plus 5. We're going to arm approach mode if we can. Well, it's not letting us do it just yet actually. Fair enough. And now we're also going to get our landing lights on, runway turn off taxi lights, engine start switches to continuous. Now we should actually see Orlando in front of us somewhere. I think it's just, I can't quite see it actually at the moment. Very quiet day on VATSIM here as well. No one really around. You saw one plane on the ground on Navigraph, and that is about it unfortunately. Not much going on. Great, approach is now armed, as you can see. We're 19 miles out from the runway. Let's reduce speed to 200 knots, like so. And we'll start the right hand turn. Sure, look at these massive poles. What's this? Is this a scenery bug, or is that actually what it looks like in Florida? Orlando. Interesting. Some very tall poles. There we go, starting the right hand turn to line us up with the runway. Lovely clear day here. Usually when you land to Orlando there's always storms. Well, for me there is anyway, but nice and clear. It does feel weird taking a European Icelandic airline, but it's fun. Something different rather than taking like one of the big long haul carriers. Also, I love this registration, TFIC. How cool is that? IC. Brilliant. Okay, it's going to set flaps 1. And we can reduce the speed down to this marker here, about 172 knots. So 1,500 feet at Caucus. Where's the airport? Really struggling to find it. Maybe I think it might be there, maybe. We're 12 miles away. And we're actually arriving 4 minutes ahead of our scheduled arrival, if I show you here. We're scheduled to arrive at 7:30 and we should be arriving at 7:26, so not done too bad on the time. Okay, we're going to set flaps 2. The ground scenery is looking nice and crisp here. Look at this. I feel like I went for a helicopter ride here. Okay, flaps 5. And now we'll arm the spoilers. There we go, spoilers armed. And we'll reduce our speed to 160 knots. Oh, there's a runway right ahead of us, look at that. Should we land there instead? Right, let's switch this to the smaller screen now. Right, localizer has been captured. There we go. And there is the runway, I believe. Yep, there it is. It's very faint in the distance. Oh, and we haven't captured the glide. Interesting enough. There we go, now capture the glide slope. Had to repress it for some reason. Right, flaps 10, and then we'll go final landing speed, 122 plus 5. Let's set that one now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Okay, gear down. Flaps 15. There's our gear. Set flaps full. Oh, that was weird. Worryingly weird. Flaps full is set, flaps 40 has been set, now lights are on, taxi, run return of flights, continuous, and look at that, we have enough fuel. So the Max 8 can make it for an 8-hour journey. Don't know what I was worrying about. Right, the glide is slightly confusing. Also thrust disarmed and autopilot disconnected. I now have control. The winds are quite variable, they're shifting around quite a bit. Okay, slightly below the glide. Let's just
400.
Lift up the nose slightly.
$300. $200.
Okay, a little bit on the glide slope there.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Touchdown. Reverses. Reverses green decel. Don't need a lot of reverses actually. We'll just keep. Okay, reverses stowed. Manual braking. Now we're going to vacate here to the right. Here we are. Welcome everyone to Orlando. Flight time 8 hours and 9 minutes altogether. There we go. We want the landing lights off, runway tunnel flights off, these, and then APU to start, strobe lights to steady, flaps up. We should also put the spoilers in. Good stuff. And now we taxi to our gate of choice, which was 76. Landing rate was minus 91. Very happy with that. After an 8-hour flight, 91 is very good. So we're taking our left turn here. APU generators are now on. Lovely weather, lovely. What's the temperature? 26 degrees, wow. Switch that back as well. Okay, 76 is just here where the steps are. Taxi lights off. Oh, off, there we go. Spin it to the left. Oh, hello. Push back, tug, bit weird position. Bit annoying how it's going to plant us into the pushback, but okay. Stop. Parking brake set, engine 1, engine 2 cut off, anti-collision light off, GSX, request deboarding, seatbelt signs off, electrics, pro-pits, and then the IRS is off as well, APU bleed, isolation valve open, bish, bash, bosh there. Well, there we have it everybody, welcome to Orlando. This was a member requested flights, which I saw. It's very good request, definitely. I mean, it's interesting to fly a 737 MAX we've never done before across the Atlantic, so yeah, I'm all for that. Get GSX to deboard, not sure if it, oh, I was waiting for a jet bridge to connect, but clearly not. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys all for watching. I will catch you all in the next full flight video, and have a lovely, I think GSX crashed, didn't it? Oh god. And have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching. See you next one. Bye bye.